You you could be
The Super Bowl came and went, and the season is finally over for everyone, which brings us to a familiar place for Bears fans. Unlike most recent years, the Bears did not have a head start on the offseason. And unlike most recent years, we were not looking for a coach or coaches at this point, not waiting to the end of the Super Bowl so we can interview coaches.
which is surprising. I definitely thought our coaching staff would be a lot more purged
Hmm.
than it was. I mean, we lost Bieniemy, but
Yeah.
I don't think we expected Bieniemy to be here long as a running backs coach. And let's be honest, he was overqualified for this job.
Definitely so. I mean, you can do a lot worse than Eric Bieniemy as your running backs coach. It
Hopefully, we
was
don't.
I mean, he probably didn't get enough praise why he was the running backs coach for one season. Because the running game was very electric for the 2025 version of the Chicago Bears. Third in Finished third in the league as far as rushing yards per game. Good luck to Eric Bieniemy as the new offensive coordinator or new and returning offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I hope they have a resurgence in their offense, but I do not hope they win any Super Bowls. I hope they have a real good shot and put Eric Bieniemy where he should be in the head coaching chair for some team in
Take over for
2027. Another spot we did have to fill in the coaching staff was offensive coordinator. Declan Doyle went over to the Baltimore Ravens as their new offensive coordinator, and the Bears ended up promoting the passing game coordinator to take over Declan Doyle's job. What do you know about Press Taylor?
I know he was the Jaguars offensive coordinator
Hmm.
when Travis Etienne had back-to-back 1,000-yard years, and that's where some of the speculation comes for Travis Etienne being dealt to the Bears. Press Taylor he's a veteran. He's been coaching for a long time, but as far as his role with the Bears, I think we know Ben Johnson is going to be calling plays. So Press Taylor will be more in charge of the week preparation things. Declan Doyle did. So it's not a major change here as it has been before when we've had guys who were defensive-minded coaches like Matt Eberflus and Lovie Smith, where the offensive coordinator had a lot more impact. He's just gonna be here with maybe weekly game install assisting Ben Johnson. So not too big of a deal, not something that is going to be very organizational shift in terms of offensive philosophy. Unlike passing when we hired Shane Waldron or what was the other guy? Luke Getsy. These guys were bringing in their own offenses. These guys were unproven. We didn't know how they were going to use their players. We have offensive continuity coming back with Ben Johnson.
Jabronis. That's what they were.
Definitely jabronis. But I think that some time has passed. We realized the jabroni of the jabronis was definitely Eberflus. I think we blamed, and we got to apologize to Luke Getsy because apparently a lot of the stuff that Justin Fields was complaining about wasn't about Luke Getsy. We assumed that he had tension with Luke Getsy, and it was really Eberflus.
What was the tension with Luke Gessie? I haven't heard that.
So remember when Justin Fields said after the Tampa Bay game, he feels like they're he's
Yeah,
playing
overcoaching him.
too robotic and being coached that way. Everybody thought it was Luke Getsy, but apparently him and
Mhm.
Luke Getsy had a pretty good relationship. Luke Getsy tried to bring Justin Fields
Yeah,
along
I
with
remember
him
that.
when yeah.
Went to
So
Vegas.
yeah, we see now that Justin Fields' comments were directed at Eberflus because we see Caleb Williams didn't like Eberflus either. Is Luke Getsy a victim of Eberflus too?
I mean, you might see a commercial in your near future from a law firm saying if you was ever done wrong by Eberflus, call this number. There might be a class action lawsuit against Eberflus. Other things going on with the offseason. Assistant general manager to Ryan Poe's Ian Cunningham. He was rumored to get a GM job for years. He finally got one. He's going down there, join Ryan Pace and in Atlanta to join the rest of the ex Bears, Ryan Pace and the rest of them. And then Ryan Pace got fired.
Get fired on your off day. It's nothing even going on. How did you get fired? We haven't even got to free agency or the draft. Damn, Ryan.
He should have saw it coming. He was the VP of football ops, and then they hired Matt Ryan to do something. Then they hired Ian to be the general manager. And next thing you know, hey, Ray Ryan,
And them damn Falcons. By the way, we got a lot to talk about with the Ian thing because we are
Yeah.
entitled to 2 third-round picks, but they fudged with the title and they skirted. The league gotta do something about that.
Speak on it because that's exactly where we need to talk about this. Because when I heard that Ian finally got a job, like, okay, good job for him. Now you can add this in to the Black Monday NFL not hiring any black head coaches this cycle. Then Ian getting a general manager position, but the Bears don't get any Rooney Rule award for it. Now I'm not saying and me as a black man, I'm not saying there should be a reward for anyone for hiring a black man or black woman in a position of power. There should not be a reward. The reward should be you gaining the expertise of the individual. Now, with that said, there is supposed to be, some draft compensation for the Bears, putting him in a position to be HNIC somewhere. Unfortunately, Atlanta, home of Dr. Martin Luther King and others, don't want to give him HNIC in title. How pissed off are you about this, Q?
Pretty pissed off because the thing is, when you hire somebody away from somebody's staff or front office, the thing is, it's supposed to be a promotion. So the Bears could have easily blocked the interview with the Falcons if Ian wasn't getting a promotion and title. Ian could have still been here and still being here. That would allow some other team to hire him as the general manager in title and still get us our third round picks. I mean, this is almost, well, professionally, it's a lateral move. The Bears could have blocked it because teams, thing is, you let your coordinators, you let your staff go, you let your assistant general manager go and interview another team in hopes that he's getting an upgrade, a promotion. Other than that, you block it. You don't allow a guy like Al Harris to go be a secondary coach for another team, especially the rival. If he's going to go to the Packers, which he didn't, I don't know how that didn't happen. He has to go as a defensive coordinator. Otherwise, you block the interview. I think maybe, I don't know if the Bears dropped the ball or if the Falcons pulled the rug from under the Bears' feet, but this should have been blocked.
I don't want to blame the Bears. I'm gonna just blame Atlanta for lying.
Atlanta is a tricky city, though. We're all inclusive. We're not criticizing anything. We just want transparency and honesty.
I do think the problem is a little further than what the Bears knew and could have done and what the Atlanta Falcons did after the fact. Because Atlanta doesn't gain or lose anything from hiring Ian. They gain a capable person in their front office, and they can use a capable person in their front office. So they have no reason to, at least to me, they have no reason to suppress his job title. Whether they want to inflate Matt Ryan's job title, I mean, whatever, but whatever. But in
Does
my
Matt Ryan
opinion,
have that job title? What is he?
I, I'm about to tell you why. I'm about to tell you why. I think the problem lies with the NFL as a whole. The NFL as a whole has a race problem. They have a racial problem. You don't need the Rooney Rule if people just stop being racist. You don't need to incentivize teams to hire black, brown, or men and women if people just stop being racist.
The Eagles before he's with the Bears. He was with the Ravens. So we're talking about a guy who's been an area scout with the Ravens. He's been director of college scouting. He's been assistant director of player personnel, assistant GM, and now he's under Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Why would you be under Weber?
Why, why would he be under Matt Ryan is perplexing when Matt Ryan has done nothing in anybody's front office.
He's a Falcon legend.
28-3.
You know what? But yeah, I know. But
But I
that
guess
goes
you're
right
right.
back to what I was
He is
saying.
a Falcon legend because I'm trying to think of all the Hall of Famers the Falcons have running
Ray
around.
Buchanan.
Is Ray Buchanan a Hall of Famer?
No, but he's a Falcon legend. Shout out to Ray Buchanan from from the South Side.
Can the Falcons claim Deion Sanders?
No, they can. They can. They drafted him, right? They can do that.
So how does it work with claiming a Hall of Fame player? Does it go by who he was drafted by, who he experienced his most team success with, who he was playing for the longest, or who he played for at his peak, at his best?
I mean, if he was a good player, a great player for you, you can claim
He
him.
was a great player for the Falcons, and he was drafted
Yeah,
by the Falcons.
you can claim him. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, why would they claim Deion?
And the Redskins. Yeah, I saw somebody try to
Mhm.
say Deion Sanders was a ex Redskin. Or they had him as a Raven or a Redskin, and I'm like, no, no, you can't do that because he didn't play his best football there. So
No,
Dion
he's not.
played 4 years for the Falcons, 89 to 93, and he played the same amount of time for the Cowboys, 95 to 99.
But the only thing that separates Deion's time in Atlanta and Deion's time in Dallas was the rings because Deion's best play came in Atlanta.
He was still at the top of his game, but he went to, I don't know, I think maybe the best Dion I saw was that 94 Dion with the Niners, and it was only 1 year.
His peak, you're right. You're right. His peak was in Dallas, but his decline happened in Dallas too. The
You're right
last 2
about
years
that
in
because
he won
99 Dion was not.
yeah.
You're right. All four, even rookie Dion was better than 99 and 98 Dion. You're right. I think he did some great things in Dallas in terms of, you remember, that was the time where he was a two-way player, where
Mhm.
he started the wide, but with Atlanta, I don't know if you remember, he was an electric returner, like not just punt
Yeah.
returner, like he was a kick returner, punt returner. I mean, he was before Devin Hester came along. Deion Sanders he was arguably a GOAT returner, and he did that GOAT returning in Atlanta. So yeah, I guess Atlanta could claim him. I just kind of remember him as a Cowboy because the playoff runs, Super Bowl run was in Dallas.
Mhm.
But I guess you got a point. The 99 Dion was definitely not prime Dion. The 98 Dion was not prime peak Dion. You really only gave the Cowboys 2, 3 years of that peak.
The last Super Bowl run, 96, that was it. That's when that was the end of peak Dion, and that was the end of prime Dion at the same time. So,
You're right.
I
You're
mean
right. 89 to 96 was yeah, 89, that was the best Dion we saw. After that, that was the shell of him.
mhm. So, yeah, NFL, get your shit together. Bears need their picks. You giving everybody else picks, Bears need to run the Bears that shit. Other than that, the Bears are used to doing another thing lately in the offseason that we're probably not gonna be doing too much longer, and that's talk about stadium shit. We've been it's been, I don't even know, I don't wanna call it a merry-go-round, I don't wanna call it,